Hello, this is Cody's Nanotype, and I will be reviewing Dungeon Mayhem. Let's see how the game plays. In the game Dungeon Mayhem, it consists 4 possible characters to play as, and those characters are Sutha the Skull Crusher, Azan the Mystic, Leah the Radiant, and Oryx the Clever. And each of the players have their own deck, and they also have health markers that ticks them down. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, it's just to keep track of how the character. Let's say this in a good way. How the characters are losing health, and they each consist of like 5 possible abilities that they all have, and the first one on the top is block 1 damage. The second one down, it says draw a card. Like draw a new card. Like if you get a card and it says draw a card, but you can't play it at that moment. And then the third one down says deal 1 damage. And there can be multiple of these damage points on a card. And then play an extra card. It means if you get a card, you get to play another one, and sometimes there's 2 lightning bolts, meaning you get to play it 2. And then the fourth one down is recover 1 hit point. So those are the character, just everyone has them in their deck. But the characters all have their special abilities too. So for example, on the back where it says Mighty Powers, it says, on the second one down, it says take a shield card, then an opponent has to play it. It protects you now. So basically saying when the person you're playing with has a shield card and they played it, and then when you find this in your deck, you can play it, and then the shield card is yours, so it gets to protect you. And I think it's cool how they have their own special abilities, and not just an ability, like they all just have the same, you know, and it makes them different. And I like how they just don't, you know, as I said, they don't just they just don't put it all together in one clump, you know. Let's look at some of the art. So there's some cool looking art in this game. Like for this guy, ooh, 3 damage. There's some cool art. He's supposed to be like a magic guy, so he's like a sorcerer. Just showing you again for a different perspective. Again. And that was Azan the Mystic, of course, because he's awesome. And then for Leah the Radiant, here's like 3 cards to show you. Just how cool, like, they're all different. They're all different right here. Some of the cards can be played twice in a deck. That doesn't happen all the time, though. And as I said, that was Leah the Radiant. And then for Oryx the Clever, here's a couple cards. As I said, there's the energy, there's one of his special abilities, and there's another one of his special abilities. Wow, this guy's lucky. And for Sutha the Skull Crusher, there would be couple cards here. But This consists of my favorite card in the whole game, Rage, and that deals 4 damage. That's the biggest damage that can be dealt in the whole entire game. And it annoys me when someone heals from that 4 damage. And I really like how they're all different and how big this game is in a tiny package. Earlier, we talked about what the game consists of and how the art looks. Now we're going to talk about how the turns work and how like the game would look like, or what the game would look like. So if I was playing as I'm the Mystic, this might be what it looked like. So you would play 1 card, unless the lightning bolt cards says otherwise. So this is how the turn would look. So I have these 3 cards. I have 2 lightning bolts, so that means I get to play 2 more cards. So I would get to play this, and that means I would get shielded unless someone attacks me and destroys the shield, and I get to draw another card for the next turn. And then I could put this card down. And that means I would deal 2 damage, and that's all in 1 turn. But if I was just going to play 1 card, I would just put this down. And then it goes around the table, and then when it's your turn, you draw another card. And that goes for everyone else. And that's really how the turns work. And that's how the game plays. What I like about the game is I like that it's very short, and I like how it's D&D themed and it's in a very small package. And I like how cool the art is, and of course it's a D&D theme, so it's like about fighting people, like fighting other people with cards you got, and yeah, of course there's different cards. And I like how the different characters have different cards instead of the characters having the same cards with different art. I'm glad about that, and I'm glad that it is like that. And I like that it has 4 different characters. They're way different. And how cool they look and how much work they put into this small little game. And even on the back it says split the party and unleash the mayhem. And well, it's really cool, and I like how it has that little track, like, so it can track health, and sometimes the cards are really cool and it strikes it on 4 health, but that's just for a specific character. It's just this game is so cool, and how you get to fight people, and it's not that hard to teach. It's a speedy game in a small package. And that's what I like about this game. If you like this video, subscribe to Co's Nanotite and watch my newer content and my older content. But if you don't press that bell, Sootha the Skull Crusher will throw her rage card at you. Man, this game is fun. Oh, ew.